The day that Peaky went to Disneyland, did you know he was going to Disneyland?
No, I did not. By court order, we were supposed to Skype. And when that didn't happen, I reached out to Ara multiple times with no response.
What was your level of anxiety at that point? Was it just he's being a jerk, or was this at a level of alarm?
I think it was a combination of both. For me to violate a court order knowingly, I would be terrified. I wouldn't do it. I would be on the phone from 6 to 7 doing that Skype call. But he didn't.
Did he pick him up at the house from you? Were you at your parents' house when he came by and picked him up, or did you deliver him somewhere?
He had my son for the entire week.
How many days before Disneyland had it been since you had seen Peaky?
I saw him the Saturday before. I believe it was April 15th. That was the last time I saw my son.
And you had talked to him on Skype since then?
That very first Tuesday was the first time we Skyped.
How long did you talk?
About 20 minutes.
Do you remember the last thing you said to Peaky?
I told him that I loved him more than anything, and that he was my world, and I couldn't wait to see him on Saturday.
What did he say to you?
He says, I love you too, Mama. I'll see you on Saturday.
As much as you were concerned, did you in your wildest dreams ever think that would be the last time you would ever see him?
No. I was so paranoid regarding the things that Ara would come up with. So every exchange, I would videotape it. I would mount my cell phone on my rearview mirror of my car and videotape it, because he would just lie about everything. And so I videotaped the last time we exchanged, and I did not know that was the last time I would see him.
And you were supposed to see him when then? On Saturday you were supposed to get him back. At what time?
9 a.m.
When did it hit you that this was not just a manipulation, that something was really wrong this time?
I gave him a grace period. I gave Ara a grace period of 5 minutes because my son's appointment was at 9 o'clock. And at 9:05, I texted him. I didn't get a response. I texted him multiple times with no response. I called his cell, left him a number of voice messages with no response. After about 20 minutes, I contacted my attorney and told my attorney that Ara failed to show up with my son. So he immediately emailed Ara's attorney with no response. And I called my attorney back at about 9:40 and said he's still not here. He said, and that's when he told me call the police.